All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we're back for game number 3 of the Gold League in week 5 of Overdrive. That was a lot of words that I just mixed up in a row, but that's okay. Right now we're having Anarchy versus Rawr. Jumping into, we're actually right now in the champ select, and they're just getting their bands underway. I'm pretty excited about this matchup. I'm just gonna mute the stream right now as I was getting a little bit of feedback myself. We're seeing right now, just a few normal bands coming out. I'm assuming these are very specific player themselves. Usually it's some of them are considered mentors, some of them aren't. It just kind of falls in between if the player is actually proficient in the champion. This level of gold, silver, gold, plat, if the player is good at the champion, then it has the warranty of being banned, whether it's in the meta or not. And by the way, I will be joined with the Kaiser himself during the actual gameplay, but since he is also currently doing the graphics of the champ select, he cannot join me for this little part. Yeah, just a little bit of let you guys know. There was in the first slot, as you'll see in a bit, but that's just because it's not actually an Ezreal in top lane. It's not actually Graves in the top lane, but it might be because they don't actually have to be put in the LCS order within this league now. Just to let you guys know about that. So it could be placed wherever they want. Usually whoever has the most champions will be placed in the first spot, just to have the most flexibility when choosing their champions. At this point, we're just seeing noticed a little Yasuo happening, so I'm a little excited. Once again, it's gonna be interesting right now. I'm just gonna look at the standings of where we are at the moment, and it seems like we're gonna have on the standings. It is Anarchy versus Rawr. I'm a little excited to see it, as it will be Anarchy is usually in the lower positionings, but they did have a very close game against Illumination, who is in second place right now, as I believe they went down to third place after the last game of Ace Machine. But Rawr still in first place, so we can see if any differences can happen, because it seems like Anarchy is going to have a pretty rough night, as they do face the second and first place teams of the league. So by seeing how they're able to work out this much pressure that they're being put under, it'd be fun. If you guys have any thoughts about this current chance like that's happening, just throw them in the chat. Get some chatter going within the Twitch realms. But I'd say the main reason why we're putting up why we're throwing these picks up later on than they're actually happening in the League of Legends client is just to remove some of the spectator delay that the casters are put under, to try to talk about the most stuff in a lot of time that they're given, which could be 5 to 7 minutes about just talking about these champions. So it's just to save time for them as well. And right now we're just seeing the next bands pop up. I'm gonna pop over to see what you guys are seeing on stream right now. And we are seeing the first pick come underway for yourselves. That's gonna be a Graves and Ezreal Zoe. Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting, as we see. Last game we saw one side rely very much on the healing and shield side, and the other one relied on CC and tank matchups. But here we're seeing a much more balanced side. You guys are seeing the Yasuo, which is gonna be exciting. I got pretty excited when I saw it, where I seeing a Yasuo. I assume it's gonna be a Yasuo Zoe mid lane, but I'm seeing right now it could be flexed between a few of the other lanes. I'm pretty excited. Again, I'm saying I'm excited a lot, but it's true. This way, I do really like this. What's happening? I was saying, looks like we're gonna see a top laner be chosen right at the end of Anarchy's draft. So we're gonna, I believe it's gonna be a Vlad or Yasuo bot lane. We did see Vlad be picked up later on the draft by Anarchy. I don't know what to say outside of I'm excited. Names. I can't you see names? I can let you know, but who's playing? Just wondering who you're wondering about. But you'll be able to see it. You'll definitely be able to see the names within the actual game, so that's okay. He's not playing. No. Not really sure why he's not playing tonight. But they're believe that was about to say there was E-sub, I believe, but I don't think it was Anarchy that was being put under that spot. Rawr. I'm gonna look at as we're seeing. Yeah, Dar is looking at it again. Looking at the bans, it seems like they're very specific to the champions. Whether it's considered to be in the meta or not, just makes sense. Where if they get chosen by the enemy team, then it's gonna be very strong. Yeah, seeing that work, it's gonna be again. I'm saying exciting a lot because I don't really know what else to say at this point. The entire champ, like 20 minutes before. Yeah. All right. Flash Ruler just letting.
Don't worry, man.
Doki.
I'll jump in with you. They can hear me now.
All right. Hello, Kaiser.
Man.
Welcome to this stream once again as we're heading in. To a bit of a spectre delay as the last champs show up on the screen.
Yeah, they've got about 2 minutes or so to wait for this game to get into it. Let's see. I'm having some fun with this new champ select, but it is a challenge to get everything timed right. You know, I'm sure some of the guys in chat caught you saying stuff as it was like before they had seen it. So I mean, it's, you know, like any new system, it's always going to be kind of a challenge. Oh man, those timers are really off. Let me just turn those off right now. They're like ticking, like one's just barely ahead of the other. I was hoping I could turn them on exactly at the same time. But yeah, I mean, we've got, you know, as we're getting into this game, watching all the champ select, I'm really excited to see the team that Anarchy's drafted. I mean, they've got just a lot of fun combos. You got the Aatrox, which, you know, in the 2 games we've seen already, has been a pretty exciting champion to follow around. And then the Alistar and Yasuo combo is just, I mean, if you pull that off, they've got the team fight right there.
Yeah. Again, everything else would just be extra at that point.
Yeah.
With a Graves ultimate and Aatrox with a 3rd Q, or Vladimir this bloodshot would be nice. The other side, we're seeing a lot of some disengage from the Janna, along with a lot of engage from a Warwick Altar, Zoe, Sleepy Bubble. So it's gonna be interesting as to see which side can engage better. I guess if Alistar does see himself jump in, Jan is able always to throw that Howling Gale or Tornado up quickly to disengage that little bit of engage that they have.
Yeah, definitely. And for those of you that are interested in keeping track of what's going on in the Bronze Silver League. We just had the game 2 finish up over there. Illumination Valiant taking one over Rawr in a long match. Tuned in for a couple seconds of that game, and that was taking them quite a while to duke that one out.
Well, it's nice to see. All right, that'd be nice if I was able to watch that. It seemed like
Go back and watch the VOD later. You'll be good. You'll catch all the action.
There you go. I'm excited. I'm just so excited.
Dude, calm down, man.
Just
chill.
I'm so excited. This is about life, man. Just like life, man. Just like get excited,
dude.
It's just like, bro.
What state do you live in, if you don't mind sharing with the stream?
What states? Yeah. I live in in Canada.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I live in Ontario.
That's right.
Canada.
Well, I mean, you guys did just legalize weed. I know it hasn't hit just yet, but that's where I was going with the excited. People are gonna think you're smoking over there.
False.
False.
Oh,
okay. False statement. Sorry, guys.
Oh, sorry about that.
Let's see. Let's get this overlay up and running.
So it is always fun just to act like it.
And get this extra music off. We don't need this, right? Champ selects over at this point. We got the in-game music
we're
going
actually
now.
hopping in 5 seconds into the game.
I'm just trying to make sure, for those of you that are interested in the behind-the-scenes system right now, we use Stream Elements for a lot of our setup. And so actually, while sitting here managing the gold stream, I've been sitting here managing all the overlays for the bronze stream as well. The challenge with that is now that I'm casting, it's a little bit more difficult to switch over their overlays and things like that. There is Gummy Bulls, who does a great job of actually streaming the game and running things for the stream over there, but in terms of like changing all the team graphics and the title and everything, you can blame that on me when there's mistakes over there.
I'll be sure to do that. I'll be sure to just flame you on Discord. When
Sounds like a plan. It looks like
cool.
We might have a little invade coming out here though from Rawr, huh?
Yeah, again, looking at even the top laners down in the, we're seeing Spoder, Juan, down in that bot side, but looks like they're not gonna really try to do much. It's gonna see the minion spawn and nothing's gonna. I think they were just waiting to see if someone wanted to walk into that river bush.
Probably, yeah. Just over prepared, huh? They wanted that first blood.
Yeah.
You belong in a museum.
Letting everyone know that they all belong in museums because I love that emote. It's so great.
Which skin? I wasn't paying attention. Which skin is he rocking? Does he have a good one on the Ezreal?
Pulse.
Pulse. Okay, good.
Pulse fire.
Good.
The best.
I'm sorry, dude. At this point, if you're playing ADC, you should have an Ezreal skin. There's so many. That's not Pulse. What are you talking about? That's oh.
I just want it to be Pulse. Okay.
Which one is that?
Let me believe it's Pulse.
I can't think of what one that is called.
So let's know in the chat what skin that is.
Really, you need the chat's help to figure out what's here.
Look, I just wanted to. No, don't tell us. I want to believe it's Pulse fire.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a snowy one. It's like an icy one.
So when I jumped in, we really didn't talk about it in the pregame, but this bot lane, not an ADC support. We've got the Vladimir's Alistar. How do you feel about like the Alistar, or not the Alistar, but the Vladimir playing in the bot lane?
Yeah, the Alistar is the main part.
Yeah, the Alistar. No. How do you feel about the Vlad? How do you think that matches up?
I mean, especially with this one of having the Ezreal also able to poke out the Vlad, I think the Vlad will be a very good response to be able just to heal up after the poke of what Ezreal can do. He also has a Dorn shield to minimize even more. I'm just looking to see him just get a lot of pressure in the bottom lane, because that's most of the reason why mages have been chosen, because they are just able to get stronger faster.
Yeah.
Let's look forward to seeing how he can do that. But a little engage from Viper Fang jumping into a Ramsey as he was trying to grab that red buff.
Yeah, cheeky little invade there. Did he actually get the red though? Let's see. We're gonna take away from the directed.
So
I do not think he got the red. He because as he went in for that, the camera really switched really quickly, but Graves went in, used his Q, and while the Q was getting ready to return, he smited, and I think Warwick actually smited right there in between and was able to finish that off. Either that or the Q burst didn't finish it off. One way or the other, though. Seems like Warwick got himself one.
Wukong tried to hunt on the Yasuo, but they weren't able to just spot him out. Nothing's gonna happen. Yeah. We're also seeing the Mountain Drake be first up. Can be a very large option for the side of Anarchy. We saw them place a lot of pressure onto the Dragons in the first game. So I expect that to be the same thing here. Especially with the Graves, I feel like the Graves has a little bit more pressure in the jungle at early levels. So look forward to seeing what he can do around that advantage.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see who's gonna win out in this top lane, because these are, I mean, two bruisers that are just gonna sit here and punch each other in the face as we watch Garen run up on the Aatrox. I mean, great Jace.
Our team
doing
Warwick seeing if he can wrap around before
crap.
Garen dies. The Flash gonna flash out, but Warwick coming around back, gonna be on the hunt, see if he can get the fear off. But looks like Great Jace gonna make it out alive. Spider-One needs to heal up quickly before an Aatrox Q comes in to slap in the face.
Yeah, that was an insane amount of damage being put out by the Aatrox.
Now, right now we're seeing a Tornado trying to disengage the Dom's Descendant, but he's going to drop down to half health. Descendant trying to get away safely. Graves around bot lane, but not going to pressure, as Focus does have that Tornado able to just disengage whatever happens. And we saw it there, used against Descendant. And so he's going to push into that red jungle, trying to grab the Gromp. But Wukong going to go on to the hunt, trying to find that Graves, the red side. Bot lane trying to come also help him.
The flash forward.
Huge damage coming with the sleep. The Slummy Bubble trouble, but not going to do enough. Yasuo Windwall, we're going to block the Paddle Star. Ooh. And Zoe just going to almost escape with her life, but it's going to be 4-on-3 just below that. Ignite can be used on to Nezumi.
Yes.
They're going to make it out alive.
One kill there onto Dallas, getting first blood in favor of Anarchy. That was a series of events.
that was definitely a series of events.
Man, if the Zoe had landed the sleep, I mean, that was tough sleep to hit because the Graves flashed right as she was throwing it out. But that was unfortunate because she wanted to come in and get that kill finished off, and just was not prepared for the damage Yasuo was going to be able to put out as he came in to support there. That was. I'm curious to see how that lane's going to develop now in the mid lane with Yasuo having the first kill. He is going to go back. Oh, he's
going to grab 3.
He's bought a crit item and then he went ahead and sold it back. Decided to buy the 3 daggers, going for the max attack speed. Got the boots so he can roam a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see how he plays in that lane now.
Man, he's really wanting to hit as fast as possible at this point. He has a 1.4 attack speed, just so you guys know, just to quickly let you know. Looks like Zoe and Warwick can be roaming up to the top lane, respecting that Aatrox a lot, wanting to get rid of him quickly. All coming in from both sides. There's going to be Resurrection brought up from the Aatrox.
Yeah.
Dallas seeing if he can do anything with flashes in, using her W pass to do what she can. A turret shot taking out Dallas, though. Another turret shot bringing Garen very low by Perfang, being the one to take that kill onto Dallas.
That was crazy.
Like Perfang gonna take what he can, and the minions.
Got some highlight reels playing right now. I really love how I didn't realize after Aatrox dies, his gosh, I don't even know the new skills right now. But the skill he used there still was able to pull people back. It still was an active like AoE event going on there, and was able to clinch that kill. That was crazy.
What was that Warwick saying? Okay.
I turn chat off when I'm spectating.
No, I was watching the notice on the spectator. It brought us to Warwick backing. I was wondering what he said on his back.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, a Spider-One getting just out of the Aatrox W. It's me number 1, number 2 Q. That's not gonna focus after the Garen after his Aatrox's first Q. It's like counting out Aatrox's Qs, you know? It's This would be exciting to see what happens. Like, and then when he gets a really strong third Q, it's nice to like watch it happen.
I feel like Garen, I don't know. I haven't seen Aatrox played enough yet. And Aatrox is obviously putting out a lot of damage on the Garen in this 1v1. It's just so unique to see a Garen not able to trade one-on-one. I feel like there's very few champions that he can not win the 1v1 on, and it seems like Aatrox is one of them right now.
I think right now seeing that Aatrox is like the new and improved lane bully. We saw from Red Rivals beating the Renekton, or Renekton at least, when Renekton was seen to be such a strong pick into strong lanes. But seeing him destroy the Renekton now, I don't know who he couldn't beat.
Man, I haven't seen a Renekton played in forever.
Well, you need to watch Rift Rivals because it seemed like Echo Fox was playing him specifically against Aatrox, but didn't seem to do well. And that's going to be a Mountain Drake heading over for Remzi along with the red side.
Yeah, it's always good to get a nice little early Mountain Drake, especially when your
Rawr,
team's going to need that extra bit of damage when they're sieging up. I feel like in terms of siege right now, it's definitely in the favor of Anarchy. I feel like Rawr has to win a fight first.
Oh, that's a shame. The War Cult not able to chase him.
I like the breath right there.
So
You're just breathing deep. Oh my gosh, is he gonna hit?
So, Viper Fang, see if he can get anything countered. Not gonna be in his way of life for that little bit. And nothing else. We're gonna see once again wave pushing under Garen. I like how Garen's able to still get out of Aatrox's W going through the back because of his speed up on his Q.
Yeah,
Which is nice to see because not many champions can get out through the back.
yeah, that is one of the benefits of Garen. And looking at itemization real quick, seeing Garen took the early Ninja Tabis, he's definitely trying to itemize to be able to win the 1v1 because right now Aatrox definitely pulling out a commanding lead. Got 23 CS on him at the moment. And realistically, when we take a look at gold here real quick, well, actually it's only about a 300 gold differential right now because of that one kill that Garen does have over Aatrox. The assist mitigating a little bit of it. Where's the gold differential right now? Because there is about a 1k.
Mid lane, yeah.
Yeah.
Mid lane is a 600?
About 600 difference between Yasuo and the Zoe, and just that one kill. The big deal.
It seems to just be just the CS difference really is
well,
the reason it's so big. But the Warwick is kind of balancing it out, so it's nice.
Yeah, Warwick's, in terms of CS, it's a lot easier to clear. I mean, don't get me wrong, Graves has an amazing clear throughout the jungle, but Warwick just, he's one of the faster clears right now. Plus, he kind of tends to stay in the jungle a little more.
Oh, wow. That was Garen almost taking out the Aatrox was able to get out. Just insane. Flashes for the Garen for the kill onto the Warwick. And that's going to be 2 kills on that top laner.
Probably not the worst flash in the world, because if he hadn't flashed there, he might have gotten stuck in the CC of Aatrox, and it might have actually stayed under tower long enough to, well, maybe not die because he's a Garen, but it would.
He might have.
It would have been painful to say the least.
Yeah. We are seeing Remzi maybe push that mid lane, but it's still seeing that ward so well placed. Just keep himself safe. That's going to be 3 in the bot lane. Aatrox flashing in for the engage.
Aatrox,
Might
that's
be
an
a wasted
Alistar,
flash
buddy.
there. No, not Alice. Okay. Yep. I'm on point.
Gotta
Okay.
call you out.
Oh, and Viper Fang jumping in. That's a heal as well coming from Nezumi. Viper Fang jumping over the wall, trying to stay safe from that Nezumi.
Oh,
But
gosh.
he might die to
He
Gromp.
might.
Nezumi might die to Gromp.
Dude, get him, Gromp, get him.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah, when he eat over the wall there, he was able to get the extra Q hit onto Graves, but the passive damage from the E-hop caused the Gromp to aggro on him, and man, that would have been the funniest death of the night, that's for sure.
That's so sad.
Whew.
I think it was an execute though, so he would have been fine. But
I don't think it would have been an execute because Graves has done damage to him recently. It was within the last 10 seconds for sure. I think Graves would have got the kill for it.
Man, why couldn't you just let Viper Fang get a kill? Then he would be with shutdown gold. That it's good. He would be with shutdown
I
gold.
like Cyanide's comment in the chat. That's a funny looking Aatrox Canadian.
Also, Gromp was almost MVP of the game. Almost.
Almost MVP. Well, I'm holding out hope. He might get a kill yet in this game.
Man, this chat is great right now.
When you lose every jungle buff, I mean, the boys are trying.
It's
the
hard.
boys are trying, man. It is a struggle in the
See,
jungle
what's-
right now. I mean, the Graves and Warwick are going back and forth pretty.
We're seeing Warwick maybe jump down that bot lane. He's on the hunt
Does have the
for
ult.
that Alistar. Damage hugely going down. Comes the pool
Oh,
once
man.
again, dropping the Ramsey away.
Can you say jebaited?
That's gonna be.
Ooh.
Oh, but on the other side, great chase takes down Spider-1,
Uh-oh.
but Ramsey finding a Yasuo in place. I'm glad that Mountain was able to do it, but engage.
Ooh.
Double knock up Yasuo
Ooh.
all for 3 players. Wow.
That was gorgeous.
That's what I want to see.
Clip it, boys. Clip it. Shang, I hope you're out there. Get a clip of that, man. Holy crap, that was insane. I mean, it was still a 1-for-1, but just it was pretty.
Yeah, it was for the flavor. That's what all Yasuo mains look for. To get that little thing where you get a triple or 4-player knockup. And that's going to be a first turret taking down the top lane, but I don't even care. That was amazing by Yasuo. But then Graves is going to be jumping onto the Zoe in mid lane. Zoe is trying to do damage to that tower. Misses the bubble, misses the paddle star. She hits minions that are in her way. Tries to get away. She has 2 blue buffs, though, I think. So that might
Wait,
do a little
what?
bit extra. Yasuo jumping in through 3 players. Do you look at her
How do you have 2 blue buffs?
player module? Oh, wow. That was close from an ultimate from Graves. They're going to grab a few shots on to that mid tower. Blue team also pulling in that repair. Do you
I
see like the
do.
player model where Zoe has?
I think it's
yeah,
bugged.
I don't know why. Hopefully.
Wait, no.
I don't understand
Wait,
why.
sorry, spectators. No, she did have. Wait. Okay, no, it's not even showing that she has one on her. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not.
But right now we have Red Tail jumping
Sorry.
onto a tier 2 once again. That's going to bring it down to around half health as Garen jumping in to 2 players. Viper Fang trying to get away from this Garen. It's going to be huge. Half health from a QE combo.
Ooh.
A Warwick all again.
my
But the
gosh,
Yasuo
dude.
tornado stubbing and once again jebaited Ramsey trying to do what he can, but he's going to flash the mastery on side Doug
Ramsey
Sobel,
is
showing
just
that mastery
the
7.
unluckiest player in this game right now.
Man, he's just trying to help out his team. He's trying to hunt some down.
Okay,
But
so
they're just not letting him.
okay, Zoe, let's look at you again real quick. Where you at?
I only see 1 now.
I only see one right now, but it's not showing the buff on her bar, which is throwing me off. Because
True. I don't.
I-
Yeah, not sure why.
is she mana regenning? I guess that's the real question. What's her mana regen like? Sorry, spectators, we're watching Zoe for a second.
Yeah, right now we're
Never
seeing.
mind, we're watching the camera.
Oh, wow, Aatrox might be caught out by the Zoe, but on the other side it was a 4-on-4 engage, but they're gonna the blue side trying to get away from this, as the Garen did huge damage to the front line of Anarchy, and they might take this Ocean Drake for their troubles as well, as Aatrox is dead, and seeing Super Duck and Dumbs just sitting around, not really sure what they can do about it, but
Don't go in. You don't
they
have
believe.
a chance.
They believe.
Don't do it. It's not worth the risk. So, fun fact for those of you out there, I'm not really into Zoe much, but I was playing her in a 1v1 the other day. For those of you that don't know, if you control 5, is it control 5? Control 5 on Zoe, you can change the way she walks. You can change the walking animation. Hopefully there's one person out there that did not know that and can learn something.
Oh, the wind wall blocking the pedal star. I did not know
I was
that,
amazed by
so-
that. It's because I've always loved how she had different walk animations, but the fact that you can control which one she shifts to is really cool.
Yeah,
It's
we're seeing all 5 players of Anarchy running down to that bot lane.
running it down bot.
Doms and Duxel are not going to focus the Ezreal, and Ezreal's going to respect it, as they did see it on the Scuttle. gonna walk away, and looks like Anarchy's gonna grab that tier 1 bot lane for their troubles as well.
Yeah, so far they've got pretty good map coverage. I mean, they got that early 2 turrets, and well, their first turret was in the top lane, and then they were able to get the 2 turrets in the mid lane from that Rift Herald, and now getting one in the bot lane. I mean, they're making the macro plays right now. Even when they're in the bot lane pushing, they've got minions in the top lane, stalled out. It's not like they're giving up something to be able to get these towers. It'll be interesting to see if Rawr is going to be able to do anything to really get some of that macro pressure back. Real quick.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying. I want to see if Remzi can land an ult, because if he does that, they can do amazingly in a fight. But at this point, we're seeing how Super Duck has his pool, Duck Solo has his Q, so it's becoming very difficult for Remzi to show off his Warwick plays when he just can't do anything about it. Oh, but it looks like Zoe going to be jumped on by 3 players. Remzi coming around back, trying to do what he can. TP going to be brought in by Spider-1. And he's going to run to 3. That's going to also Ezreal ult coming in through 3 players. Resurrection coming up from the Aatrox. Spider-1 nailing the Vlad with his ultimate. Once again, try and chase after 3 players. We're seeing Remzi and Nazumi jumping in from behind. We saw Remzi ult at some point. Not sure if it landed or not.
I think it did, because he stayed alive for a long time in the middle of that fight. He was just sitting there getting the autos off, getting the regen. I mean...
He did it, boys! He landed the ult. I like it. Alright, we're seeing Dallas be brought down very low, just trying to hit a paddle star. It was like Garen just going to land a little Q, going to grab it, but that's going to be put to sleep on the Alistar. But the wind wall, once again, good counter to the paddle star. That is blocking a lot of damage that it should have done.
Yeah, now we see, I mean, some good map movements. They're able to get, 1 tower out of it, and really a lot of the global gold right now is coming from those towers. Realistically, this game, I mean, it says it's a 1k gold lead, but it is very close when you count the fact that there's 2 turrets up on the side of Anarchy. And I like the fact, real quick, to take a look at some of the vision coverage. We've got 3 pink wards across the map for Rawr right now. 2 of them over in that Baron area, which really should be the big objective being focused right now. The next drag is going to be a mountain, which will be nice, but with Baron on the map and you've got a team with a Warwick, I don't know. Is Warwick still that strong at taking Baron? I feel like if he can get in there with Zoe and Ezreal and Garen, they should be able to burst really quick. Whereas on the other side, you've got...
That's because they can. They also have a Mountain Drake to help out as well.
Yeah, that's true. Nice. They've got the 2 Drakes already. So when we were talking about macro plays earlier, they might have the turrets on the side of Anarchy, but for Rawr, they've got the dragons. And now looking at the vision coming out from Anarchy, they've got 1 pink ward over by Baron. Or 2 pink wards, sorry. They were able to clear out 1 just now.
We're seeing Remzi jump onto the Aatrox as we saw him in that Baron pit. Gonna be surprised. Landing the ult, Garen coming in as well. Silence trying to jump away, but it's gonna be ultimate popped by the Aatrox already. But he's gonna survive for a little bit. Great chase, jumping into a red, but they see a Dallas in his face. That's gonna be a kill for the Dallas man. Get Talisman, Dallas man. That was funny.
Yeah, just an unfortunate play there. He thought he was getting away from, the Warwick, and unfortunately he hopped himself right into the Zoe there.
I thought I was being pretty smart, trying to waste as much time as he can. Sadly, the vision ward was seemed to be cleared, and he paid for it.
No cheeky plays.
We're seeing
tonight.
Graze. We're seeing that Viper Fang move on down to the mid lane. Seeing Nazumi and Focus. But it looks like they're just going to disengage well. The Gromp might be killed. The page is going to run out, and he's going to waste his time on that Gromp.
I think somebody did hit us with the clip from that event. I'm waiting to look at it later. Somebody did post it in the highlights of the Overdrive text chat. So if you want to go back,
see me trying to do as much as you can. I'm excited. This is triple knockup.
I hope so. It was weird because the camera did start in the top lane there. Ooh.
Oh, Nizumi jumping in onto
Oh.
4 people in front of the middle of him. Viper Fang gonna take up the kill though. We're seeing Aatrox, Great Chase, trying to do what he can to get the flank off. But the Monsoon gonna come out from the Janna, gonna block as much as he can. All coming in from Graves, but not gonna have anything happen. It's gonna drop down to a 4-on-5, still trying to defend the tower as much as they can. Viper Fang down to 200 health. Both asleep, and the Ezreal 2 kind of doing what they can, but not gonna do enough. Garen in the middle, trying to chase after the Great Chase. Great Chase just jumping over with his little E dash. Can everyone just watch and count how many times I've said the word excited in this game?
No, dude, that's not
I
possible.
mean, that's too much.
Yeah.
You're right. That's too much counting.
So after that fight, I feel it necessary to
I still
quote.
might be a fight though.
Oh my gosh.
Try and do it again as he gets near side. Not sure what is around him. He's gonna find 3 people. He's gonna walk away because you're like, I don't want to be at this party anymore.
With how much fighting going?
Oh my goodness!
Ooh. Okay, wasn't ready for that. Dallas showing us what's up on the Zoe.
Oh, get excited!
With how much fighting's going on, the fact that this game is only 6-7 is really crazy. And after that,
That's true.
after that eventful fight, I have to quote Ravens in chat. This is honestly a really goofy fucking game.
Yeah, Dallas, the Ignite, it's true. Seeing the Ignite, seeing the Proto Belt. I think the Proto Belt was a, no, the Ignite was the thing that I picked up on his W, so his W passive also did a lot of the damage. At that point, just too much burst. We've seen at MSI some of the Zoe 1-100 to 0 plays, but we have not seen the Dallas 100-0 plays on Zoe yet. And we just did. Already seen a spotter while might get caught out as 3 people around him. Looks like Great Jay's gonna slow him down a little bit, as well as Duck Solo lands the ult. But now we're seeing Focus get the Monsoon out, not able to knock him back, so it's a little bit too early on that. And that's gonna be Focus might pay for a life on that one. Yasuo once again getting double kill for himself. Dallas and Ramsey here. Let's see if Ramsey can do anything. Can land an ult onto the Aatrox? That'd be great. Looks like he's gonna just have a little inside play on to the Alistar. Suppressed. Drowsy.
Man, teammates just abandoned him.
And it's... Oh, that's gonna be a flash onto the Aatrox. Aatrox gonna be resurrected though, so he's gonna stay alive for a little bit. The Paddle Star a little bit too early, but Dallas gonna say, you know what? I don't need a Paddle Star. He's gonna taunt that Aatrox to kill him.
Yeah, the highlight of that fight.
The
highlight of that fight was Janna unfortunately coming in, throwing the Monsoon down, not knocking anybody back, and then not even keeping it up to heal anybody. It was just unfortunate plays.
Actually, right now,
the Vlad could have
that was just a one-on-one fight. We saw Super Dyke showing the power of the bot lane mage versus the Nuzumi.
He was just like, man, my ult's gonna kill him. Let me just pull out of here.
Yeah. You know, let's style on these guys. Style on these fools.
Oh, man. Starting to get a little tired over here.
Yeah, some happening. That Spo could have lived. Yeah. Spo could have lived if she held on to it, but sadly that's not what happened. So, that's respect to Sweet Like Cyanide in the chat said that Spoder One could have lived. I agree, but that's not how it happened, so you have to live with what happened in the game.
The Spooder Wand.
Again, 9-9. It's not that close. It's not that far apart.
Oh, 2K gold.
We're 27 minutes again, and it's only a 2K gold lead, so...
Yeah, real quick.
But it doesn't seem like much.
Take another look at...
Oh my goodness! Aatrox, not the one you want to focus on. As he does get his ult out, he's going to take a lot less damage. Ramsey going to notice that he made a mistake, and he's going to walk out.
That's an Alistar again. You're right, though. He's not the one you want to focus.
I think Aatrox might be the one you want to focus. But that's going to be a Knight onto Viper Fang. 3 players filing after him. But Dom's Ascent coming right behind the Warwick. And right now we're seeing the Yasuo jump, swipe, taking him down very low. Janna and Zoe not even in the fight. They did get the kill on Viper Fang, though, so it is a 4-on-5. Oh, landing the Drowsy for the wind wall, showing the power of it, flinging the Aatrox backwards, using his stopwatch, but not going to last long enough. Almost landing the very nice paddle star as well from Zoe. Bubble Trouble almost gonna stop the back though on the side of Ezreal, so that was nice.
If I'm another
gonna
team,
grab the tier 2
if
turret.
I'm another gold team watching this game right now, I'm recognizing how Zoe is taking over this game. Dallas is playing just this champion very well. He's got the combos down. He obviously has a bit of experience with it, and I don't know too much about his champ pool, but this might be a champion I don't want to let him play because of how much utility it brings.
Dallas has had a blue buff this entire game, so how do you fight that?
The cooldowns, man, the cooldowns.
The entire time, the blue buff has been underneath his character, at least in the spectator view. Doesn't actually, just for anyone watching that hasn't seen the beginning of this game, he hasn't actually had a blue the entire game. But Viper once again going to be fighting 3 players around that blue buff, and Dallas, the one with Zhonya's in his pocket, just in case he gets into a little bit of a skirmish that he doesn't like.
Working towards the Zhonya's. He's got the clock still, or stopwatch.
Yeah. I mean, his W is a stopwatch. Was the Zhonya's.
Oh, sorry, I got completely
but not
distracted.
anymore. So
I was busy looking at itemization. I wasn't looking at what was happening on the field. So real quick, while we got a little bit of downtime, check out the gold. So it's we got a small lead in favor of Garen now, which in the early game we saw was really kind of tilted towards the Aatrox. The big story right now, I guess, if you want to say a big story, because it's only a 2k gold lead, is the Graves and the Warwick right now. Graves has 1k in favor of his team, trying to help him out, and then on the other side you've got Zoe and Ezreal ahead of their respective champions by about 1k as well.
That's what's gonna be. It's got even, but you're just aware that gold is actually placed.
Yeah. I'm gonna show real quick.
A
show off what the vision looks like. So, from red side, they've got a pretty decent spread that they've kept throughout the river for most of the game. Those 2 pink wards there, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop now because the fight looks like it's gonna break out.
Yeah. But again, not much happening at this point. Warwick looking to be on the hunt, but just waiting to see if he's actually going to get anyone. Nizumi, the one, just poke down as much as he can. He does have the Blade of the Ruin King at this point. Also, the execution is calling, so ruining the Vladimir what he wants to do along with Aatrox, and it looks like Red Team is going to grab that Infernal. And they might be looking 2 fights. This huge damage again from the Zoe Paddle Star. Might go again, tries again. Again, ult a little bit too late on that one. And Great Chase able to escape with his life using his W. And looks like we're going to see a little bit of a refocus towards Baron.
Yeah, I mean, they've picked up that second Mountain Drake now, and burning this Baron should be pretty easy.
Great Chase finding himself not in the place he wants to be in as he phase checks the Garen. Resurrecting, trying to get away even faster. Looks like Alistar jumping around the back line. 2 players knocked up. Oh my goodness, we're seeing Zoe and the Janna be knocked up, but they're going to survive just a little bit. And Garen gonna pay for that misplacement and gonna get the 2 kills on Great Chase and Viper Fang, as well as we're seeing Ramsey get a kill on to that super deck and traded. And the kill going over to actually Doms and Spider-1, not even in the end of that fight, grabbing the top inhibitor.
Yeah, and it ended up being a 3-for-1, and it was funny because you were kind of watching the backside of that fight, and I was sitting here watching Ramsey try to dive in, and he jumped in while Great Jace had his resurrection going on Aatrox, and so just this massive leap all the way across mid lane. It was just iconic of his whole game tonight.
The entire game.
It was beautiful. But yeah, I mean, we've got
they did stop Baron
on a serious note. We've got 2 inhibs down in favor of Rawr. The Anarchy was able to stop the Baron play, but realistically, was it worth it? No, because now Rawr's just gonna go. They're gonna get their waves pushing up, or what they should do is get their waves pushing up, especially on that bot side. Maybe since Spooter has his TP available, send him down to the bot lane and make him pull down at least 1 other person, hopefully 2, and then start up the Baron on the top side.
Yeah, I do agree with some of the things that are being referenced in chat. One of the things was where Super Duck, or Alistar actually placed his Nights Out on to the Super Duck. Even though Super Duck is already tanky, I feel like I agree with Cyanide where he says that it should be better placed onto either Viper Fang or Duck Solo, but not as tanky. That's just one of the few things that could be changed. It's like you're gonna have Zoe on triple buffs, which is nice. Zoe on triple buffs now. As the meme continues, as Zoe has continuous
Dallas,
buff.
the buff queen.
Buff. Looks like they are finally gonna grab the Baron with a double mountain and Infernal and Ocean. It's gonna be difficult for Anarchy to do anything about this one.
Yeah, they're doing almost exactly what they should be doing.
Jumping into. They were saying Doom just dumped into 3 people. Not really sure what the plan was. He might have been a miscommunication and thinking that he was gonna have some help.
Yeah, when you get to this point in the game, it's easy to do that.
Wow.
Dude, he just melted. Oh man, Super Duck had no chance.
Yeah, Super Duck did not look so super in that one.
Memes.
And now we're seeing this crashing in from the top lane as Garen is also pushing in through the bottom lane turrets. I mean, Anarchy has to do something now because they're about to lose their entire base.
This is all but over.
They're not doing as Aatrox just gets melted by Dallas. The entire game is what's been happening. The first turret down, Garen leaves the bot turret around, gonna grab a second Nexus turret, tries to do whatever they can on the side of Anarchy. That's gonna be one more kill on the side of Zoe.
Get back into the fountain, don't give them kills. Yeah, that was a struggle game for Anarchy. I mean, that was I shouldn't say it was a struggle game because they played very close for the most part. They had a good objective focus on the towers early on. It just didn't really translate into the late game. But it was interesting to see how quickly, I mean, that game was really iconic in some ways of what League is right now, where once you get to a certain point in the game, as soon as one small thing happens, it can really snowball into this massive advantage and then a very quick end to the game. I mean, we were talking about it. It had to have been less than 10 minutes ago, maybe even 5 minutes ago, where the game was still very close within, 2K gold.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it really didn't seem like much was happening, as in a certain team showing that they're quite dominant over the other. Dallas showed a bit of dominance in his own lanes and his own power himself, but as a team unit, it didn't seem like there was really anything that actually affected much within these players.
So speaking of singling out players, who do you feel was really the MVP for Rawr here?
Man, that was a good segue. Look at that.
Yeah, man.
And
it can't be Janna because she missed
I was
the
a really
monsoon.
big fan. I was a really big fan of Ramsey's ults.
The entertainment value. I mean,
yes. As an MVP of entertainment, I loved Ramsey's ults.
Okay, he's the MVP of entertainment. How about the MVP of the match for helping win the match?
I think I really like the Yasuo Alistar combo that we saw, but as a single player, I like Dallas.
Yeah, I would agree with that. He played very well as a team, or sorry, as an individual player. Especially when in the early game, he was actually one of the people I think we talked about that was just slightly behind in the lane. He was Yasuo got that early kill onto him when they had that little skirmish in the river, and it kind of made it to where he really wasn't a presence for the first 10, maybe even 15 minutes ish. And but then once you get past the 20-minute mark, he started just out of nowhere was hitting the bubbles, putting out some big damage, and looking at the damage chart, I mean, doing 31k. I mean, actually, to be fair, underestimating the Ezreal damage, he did 33k in that game.
I saw some people say like, "Hey, maybe the Ezreal should have built Triforce instead of Iceborne in the beginning, which could have had even more damage for himself." But I think we see in the graphs that whether he built the Triforce or not, he still did huge things for his team. Even though the Grumpo did almost kill him in the beginning of the game, which would not have been nice to see.
Man, so many comedy factors in that game.
Yeah.
And yeah, I
That
mean,
was just a big meme.
he is a poke champion, and he is gonna always do some damage. It was just kind of more underlying than normal, at least from my perspective. So, all right, well, we're gonna take a short break. We've got next game coming up. We've got Out of Mana and Mammoth facing off against each other for what I believe is the first time this split. Two teams that were older from the spring split, now kind of reunited under the old mantle. So we'll take a little 10-minute break and we'll be back with those games shortly. Thanks.